everybody, I'm Natalia Bonner, and Braden's back again.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so excited to be back again today with another fun machine quilting video. So I recently custom quilted this really cool heart, and I have a model here to help me share it with you. He's so cute, huh? Okay, so this fun quilt is one that I actually quilted for myself. It's one that I get to keep. So I had a lot of fun custom machine quilting this and really bringing these details to life. So today we have a fun filler that I'm going to be sharing with you. But a couple of things before we actually get to the video. I do all my quilting on a Gamel 22-inch machine. So this is hand-guided quilting that you'll see. I'm using so fine thread on the top. I will change my thread colors many times. I actually used all of these thread colors, so fine, on this quilt top, and also used one layer of the Quilter's Dream wool batting. That's how I got really awesome texture. I do all of my quilting in the stitch regulated mode, and I actually set it on this particular quilt. I decided to change to 13 stitches per inch. Generally I'm stitching at 12, but this time I thought 13 would work out great. So if you do want to see this whole quilt, see me quilting this quilt from start to finish, hop over to our website, peaceandquilt.com, and you can join the Peace and Quilt Academy. The Peace and Quilt Academy, I have over 80 videos, I think we're close to 90 now, where they're like this. I'm showing you how to machine quilt a quilt from start to finish. A lot more in depth and detailed than what I share here on YouTube. It's definitely something that any quilter can take and use inspiration from these fun quilts. So hop over to our website and check that out. But Braden has something to tell you.
Before you hop into the video, well, it is the video, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment. And stay tuned to the end because I'm going to say a joke.
Let's get stitching.
Y'all love me.
I've divided the background filler on this quilt up into a bunch of sections. I'm having a lot of fun with this quilt. Like I said, you can see a full video over in the Peace and Quilt Academy. So today we're going to focus on just this first section right here. I'm going to stitch feathers. So I'll start out stitching a spine. Now my spine is going to kind of be like a large stipple. It's kind of how I think about it when I stitch a spine for any type of an all-over feather. So if it's like a background filler, or if I was quilting it like across a whole entire quilt. So I like to start stitching my spine where the top of my feather will be. So here I know that I want the bottom of my feather to look like it's coming out of the heart. So I started stitching on the outside of the quilt. Stitch that spine down to the bottom point, and then I can go right into my feathers. When I quilt feathers, I like to stitch the same shape repeating, and I like to focus on one side at a time. So here I'm working on the bottom side of those feathers, and I'm just repeating the shape. Now often I will stitch the more traditional, more of a bump back feather, but for these ones I thought a fun playful feather was the perfect feather choice. When I stitch out this playful feather, I'm not always stitching right on my previous stitch line. I think it's a great place when you're starting out machine quilting feathers. This more playful version is a great place to start because you don't have to be as perfect. And sometimes backtracking and stitching right on top of your previous stitch line can be a little bit difficult. So as you can see here, I'm stitching to that marked line. This is a line that is going to divide my background filler where I'm going to quilt a different fill in that section. So I'm going to continue stitching and stitch all the way until I've filled in this side of my spine with those feathers completely. Once I've stitched out that first side, now I'm going to stop and I'll actually clip my threads and go back to that bottom point and start stitching my feathers again. Now the thread that I'm using here is a So Fine thread. I'm actually using a gold color. I'm using a lot of colors on this quilt, but it really just quilts out so beautifully here on this white fabric. So from there, I'll continue stitching until I fill in that second side with those feathers completely. I love how feathers can look as an all-over design like this. Now, don't forget to hop over to the Peace and Quilt Academy to see the whole entire quilt. See how I quilted this quilt from start to finish. I love how it turned out. Have a great day, everybody.
What's it called when you go to the bathroom in France?
I don't know.
European.